So episode 31 starts off with Olandria and Huda talking about the new explorative state that Olandria and Nick's relationship is in. And Olandria seems truly happy to explore Nick without any complications. Complications being Sierra and Taylor. However, the next scene, Nick is talking to Ace, and he's telling Ace that, I was super excited to finally get to this point with Sierra where we're closed off because it's super hard for me to get to that point with somebody. So I was looking forward to that, but I just assumed at this point it just wasn't meant to be. This is how I know Nick is not in it for the right reasons. Because he ain't even thinking about exploring Sierra outside of the villa. It's just that, she's gone for unforeseen circumstances, so I'm about to get on down and see what her friend do. Trash. How was they getting ready for bed? They hear the boys in there having a damn pillow. Olandria said, girl, we dealing with some damn boys. I'm glad she know. Y'all, why somebody put a condom on Huda bed, a heart-shaped condom at that? And she ain't offended. She ain't offended at all. As a matter of fact, she's fairly happy. She's like, who put this in my bed? Which one of y'all are being freaky? I digress. So y'all, everybody in the villa wake up to damn crying. And to their surprise, they all wake up as baby daddies and baby mamas. It was so cute seeing the guys be daddies. Like, they some good baby daddies, y'all. But wait, am I biased because I just love Ace? I thought he was so funny and sweet and cute this episode so far. It was some really funny moments in here. Y'all already know I'm on the fence about Chris since he took the easy way out picking Huda. So I'm going to tell you what I didn't like that he said. When they were asking amongst the guys how his fatherhood treating them, Chris was like, well, my job is easy because Huda's already a mama. So I just clock in and clock out. He Nelly, ain't it? Y'all know Nelly ain't changing no diapers. Neither here nor there. I'm just saying. Pay and Iris just laid they damn baby by the stove while they making omelets and shit. I'm just like, bruh. Amaya's still talking. And I feel like she say the same thing every episode. I'm going to be a fun parent. I'm going to be the cool grandma. I just want to be the, shut up. I'm sorry, but I just start to fast forward every time she comes on at this point. I'm so glad things are coming back around because y'all tend to forget, but I'm going to remind your ass every time. So on this episode, Chris hosts a yoga with your kids little shindig, right? A little game. And before the game starts, he goes in a circle and asks everybody, do they have anything to get off their chest before they start? So everybody goes in a circle talking about all these positive affirmations and how they see their kid when they grow up, talking about how they love being parents and whatnot. When everybody finished, I guess it just innocently slipped Chris's mind. He didn't ask Huda. She was sitting next to him hosting. He didn't ask her. And I feel like it was an honest mistake. What y'all think? But in classic Huda fashion, she shows her ugly horns again. The horns that y'all so conveniently forgot about Miss America's favorite. And now she's doing the same thing to him that she did to Jeremiah. So when she realizes he didn't ask her about her thoughts, she was like, well, fuck me then. I guess fuck me. He let this shit slide. He said what he had to say on behalf of them, and that was it. Now, later that day, since the boys realized that they were the babysitters, they decided to have a baby relay race. They racing around the villa in the strollers. They having a diaper changing competition, changing the outfits and everything. And as they are doing it, the girls are watching from the balcony. And Huda carried this whole attitude into that. Yelling from the balcony, she don't like the color of the shit that Chris putting the baby on. And he jokingly yells, shut up. Because he's trying to have fun. It's a game. It's an experiment. But in Huda fashion, y'all's Huda, America's favorite Huda, in her fashion, she's showing back up as who the fuck we knew she was. Her behavior in this moment that I'm watching is antagonistic. It gives a bit controlling. And she acted like the crazy little bitch that we thought we saw she was the first time. Now, why would Nick slow ass ask Olandria would she want to be a single mom? Sir, young man, who wake up and say I want to be a damn single mama? Is it me, y'all, or y'all feel like Ace is looking for a little bit more of something from Shelly? I think he goes out of his way to show her how he feels. And in return, she'll probably say, oh, you look nice. You look nice too. But she doesn't kiss him in the way I feel like he is looking for her to. I don't know. Do y'all feel what I'm feeling? Chris finally did sit down with Huda to kind of discuss what are her triggers. Is there anything that he's doing that turns her off? And she's like, well, yeah, when you didn't ask me how I felt in the yoga circle, but you asked everyone else. And then she said something about, and when you put up your mat, you didn't put up mine. She just bye, Huda. One thing I will say about Nick, and I know he's acting on this show, I'm not sure how, I'm not going to say he's acting, but I'm not sure how sincere he is. However, I will say that I have seen him show more care to Olandria than he has ever showed to Sierra. And I'm not sure if it's because he cares about her in a friendship way or he really is taking a liking to her. I just don't trust Nick, so I don't know which one is true. What y'all think? And y'all, overall, Taylor and Clark won the baby parenting challenge. I think I'm okay with that. I think they did fairly well. A few other couples passed, but let's talk about who failed. Ace and Shelly failed. Amaya and Brian failed. I don't think Ace failed. I think Shelly failed. I didn't see her show up as a parent, but Ace was working overtime on the clock with them twins, baby. Y'all, I like how they walk down the stairs every night dressed up and then the men waiting at the bottom of the steps. I think I'm going to tell my dude to do that because when I go out, I want you to be looking at me as I walk down the steps, you know, like a prize. So Chris and Brian sit down to discuss their current situationships. And I'm not sure if I misheard this, but I know what has happened. Chris said he either folded under pressure or he said he folded Huda like a pretzel. Whether it was option 1 or 2, Huda got folded again. And Brian kind of insinuated that Amaya has been throwing the cooch at him too, right? Because he was like, oh, I'm not sure how many times I'll be able to pass it up. And I'm not shocked. Amaya is very desperate. Shelly and Olandria sits down because they haven't had a chance to connect since, you know, Olandria and Nick has been exploring again. And although I'm happy that Olandria has finally decided that she's going to do something for her and really explore a connection without worrying about what somebody else is going to think or violating girl code, now she's finally in a position to do just that. I'm happy for her in that sense, but I wish she would have been doing it with Elon or Nick K. Because this with Nick, I just don't like it. Even when Nick sat with Ace and Ace was saying, man, I'm happy for you. Ace is more happy about this than Nick is. Nick is he still has a lot of reservations. I don't think he likes Olandria in that way. While I think he does respect her and like her as a friend, I don't think there's anything romantic there. I don't care what they say. Anywho, Shelly tells Olandria that she's planning a date for Ace. About time. I've been saying Shelly needs to do something for a very long time. So she's doing just this. She's planning a s'mores fireplace date for her and Ace. He deserves it. Because honestly, I'm not really feeling a romantic vibe from Shelly towards Ace. I do feel it from Ace towards Shelly. Is it just me? But she gives him like Chick-fil-A vibes. Like, he'd be like, thank you so much. I appreciate this. She'd be like, my pleasure. You know, it's giving customer service vibes. Not so much I want to be your lady and partner vibes. I don't give a damn. I hope they win. Team Ace and Shelly. On a sidebar about Shelly and Ace, I have noticed that when they kiss, it's always like, even when Ace gets up to kiss Shelly, I feel like he wants it to be like, blah, blah, blah. But for some reason, it's just a pecky type of situation. Like, so I wonder if she's not a big kisser, because only time I do see them kiss in that manner is during challenges. So towards the end of the episode, Amaya gets a text. And the text pretty much says the hideaway is now open. Y'all need to vote a couple into to stay in the night there. Anyway, they choose Amaya and Brian, who've only been coupled together for 2 days. Woo! Amaya said she need to shave her ass crack. The boys were excited. They sent Brian out there with his man drawers on. The girls sent Amaya out there in her Murder Urkel outfit. Overall, this was a really good episode. It was light. It was fun. It was entertaining. There wasn't too many mad people in drama, so I really liked that. Anyway, are y'all following me yet? Follow me. We got a lot of Love Island to talk about. Ooh, sidebar, because I didn't talk about them much, but Iris and Pepe, I really think that they are that couple that in 2030 we'll see them on Instagram together and be like, oh my God, is that Iris and Pepe? I didn't know they were together after the show. I really do think they have the potential, and although they will not be America's couple to win Love Island, I think they have a lot of potential to make it. What y'all think? Again, follow me. We got a lot of Love Island to talk about.